that land you are selling, it is one-time profit you are going to make from the land. Today, we are going to look at an amazing topic today, land banking in Nigeria. Land banking is where you buy land and you leave it for a period of years. It might be 5 years, it might be 6 years, it might be 7 years. Leaving this land for a particular number of years for it to appreciate so that you can sell it or use it for commercial purposes or residential purposes or any other purposes that you want to use it for. But most times, people go into land banking so they can sell it when the land has gained some percentage of appreciation. It all depends on what you want to do. But land banking in Nigeria, like I said before, is buying land and leaving it for years for it to appreciate. So the land is what I do. So you are buying land and you are leaving the land for it to appreciate within a number of years before you make money by selling the land at a certain percentage of increments. But there are some challenges that revolve around this land banking, because if you want to go into real estate, for example, it is certain for you to know what you want before you invest in any real estate deal. If you know that you want to build now, the first consideration is, do I want to stay in the house? Do I want to stay in the building? Or do I want to build and put it on a rental purposes so that it will be giving me income? You must know the purpose of your investment before you go into real estate or real estate investment. Most times when people go into land banking, the concept and the conception they have is that they want to let the land to appreciate so they can sell it at a particular period of time and make profit. Now the land is sitting idle. Yes. So let's assume that you are buying that land and you are leaving that land for 3 years, or let's say 5 years. These 5 years now you are buying this land. This land is not going to generate any money for you. This land is not going to generate any revenue for you. You have an asset, but the asset is a sitting asset, is an idle asset. Is not a cash flow generating asset. For this land to be a cash flow generating asset, you are going to build a structure, either residential or commercial structure, so that it will start giving you annual return from the rental value or annual return from the rent. That is when it becomes a cash flow generating asset. But the land itself is not a cash flow generating, is what? An asset. Now, in this economy that we have now, currently in Nigeria, an asset is not enough. Every one of us, me and you, we need a cash flow generating asset. And for you to buy the land and not use it for residential or use it for commercial, the capital is expensive, especially when it comes to building now. To build a good and standard 3-bedroom flat or 4-bedroom bungalow, you are going to spend nothing less than 15 million naira for a good and well-structured bedroom flat. If you want to build a house for yourself, for a personal house, good. But now, if you want to build for rental value when you don't have sufficient funds, or you want to use your business money, it is not advisable. Except you have extra money. If you have extra money, no problem. But if you don't have extra money, especially most civil servants, that your salary is less than 200,000, 300,000 naira. In this economy, how can you now build a house of 15 million naira? It will take you years. Some building, they take more than 10 years to complete. So how long will you now complete that building before you now start making money from it? So that is where land banking now is a period whereby you wait for the land you have acquired to appreciate. And this land itself doesn't give you any yearly income. That is land banking. This land banking, like I told you, the land is sitting idle. You are not making any money from the land. And because of that reason, when there's financial crisis or financial issues within the investor that owns this land, that is using for land banking, they begin to sell it off below the market price. So let's say, for example, now you bought this land for 2 million naira for 100 feet by 100 feet, which is one plot. And in the next 5 years, this land is being sold for 12 million naira or 16 million, depends on the location and other factors that are involved. That is extra 10 million naira for you as a profit if you remove your capital of 2 million naira. But sometimes when you want to sell this land 12 million naira, if you are in financial crisis, most seller does not have the patience to wait for or to wait to get a buyer that can buy this land for 12 million naira. So most times, most sellers, they will not sell below the appreciation value of the land. That is, they cannot sell for 8 million, 9 million, depending on how financially stressed they are. But land banking in Nigeria, is it an alternative measure? Yes, it's a good measure. It has enriched many. But there's a more profitable way to doing land banking in Nigeria, which is agro real estate, particularly oil palm agro real estate. So we have seen land banking in Nigeria, whereby you buy land and you leave it for years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, for the land to appreciate, and thereby you sell it. Now, that land you are selling, it is one-time profit you are going to make from the land. If you buy the land for 2 million naira, at 5 years' time, you are selling 12 million naira. If you remove your capital of 2 million naira, that is, you have made a profit of 10 million naira. That money you have made is what we call OTP, one-time profits. OTP, one-time profits. Now, this one-time profit, after selling this land for 12 million naira, your profit is 10 million naira after removing your investment capital. That means to say you no longer have an asset. You now have cash. You cannot use it to solve or to do any other things that bother you. But it is one-time profit. You no longer have assets that is going to keep giving you return of investment. For a scenario whereby we have oil palm agro real estate. What is oil palm agro real estate? Let's look at agro real estate. Agro real estate is the combination or the integrating of agriculture with real estate. So instead of you buying land for land banking and leaving it for years, that year is what we call the fallow period. You are leaving it for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, fallow period, not generating any money for you. You can invest in agro real estate that the land, instead of leaving it idle, it will be used for agricultural purposes. If the agricultural purpose that is being used for is oil palm, it is called oil palm agro real estate. If it is cocoa, it is called cocoa agro real estate. If it is rubber, it is called rubber agro real estate. If it is tomatoes, it is called tomatoes agro real estate. But in the case of Silverware Limited, it is oil palm agro real estate because we have seen other agricultural products and we decided to choose oil palm because of its potential to wealth creation, to wealth nurturing, and to wealth sustainability. So oil palm has these three characteristics: wealth creation, wealth nurturing, and wealth sustainability, of which these three are the core values of Silverware Limited. So our core value in Silverware Limited is what? Wealth creation, wealth nurturing, and wealth sustainability. We want to ensure that we are able to create a wealth system for ourselves as an organization and for our investors that are coming to invest with Silverware Limited. Not just creating wealth, because creating wealth is one thing. Nurturing the wealth is another thing. But the most important of them is the sustainability of the wealth. So when you create wealth, can you nurture it? You can see some people today, they will tell you, I once had money before. I was once wealthy before. I was once rich before. So when this riches, when this wealth that is being created through a channel called oil palm agro real estate, does it have the potential of nurturing in terms of to scale through financial bodies, to scale through economic challenges? That is nurturing. So oil palm is being positioned in a way that no matter the economy of the country, globally or nationally, it can be nurtured. And after being nurtured to pass through economic challenges, it can be sustained for life. These are the core value of Silverware Limited. So that is why we choose oil palm agro real estate. It is a model that brings wealth. Today, a liter of palm oil is higher than a liter of petrol, of PMS, fuel. So the new gold of Nigeria today, which many people are neglecting, is oil palm. You can check from the likes of the biggest investors we have in Nigeria in the oil palm cultivation, which are located in Edo State. They are all making billions of naira annually from this proceed oil palm, such as Okomu, such as Presco, such as Radian, Nosak. They are all located here in Edo State because of the potential Edo State has and the potential of oil palm estate. Let's look at an example now. Most of you know where Presco is, in the Saple Road. Presco have big hectares, large parcel of hectares in Saple Road. As at the time Presco was established in Edo State, there were some people who also bought land for land banking in Edo State to keep for years without profit, without making regular and annual profits. And the way the economy is now, if you are not making annual return of investment, the truth is that your investment is not sustainable. If you are investing in land banking now and you don't have quality investment that will sustain you, the land banking investment you are doing is not sustainable. You can sell that land anytime. Why? Because it can't feed on your daily expenses. Yes, it can't feed on your daily expenses. So if you invest in business model, which is an alternative to land banking, agro real estate, oil palm agro real estate, the land belongs to you for life. You own the land from the estate. The land is appreciating in value on a yearly basis. That's two. Then you are making return of investment from your land. And now to make it easier and more profitable, we intercrop what we call plantain. That is to say, you are investing in oil palm agro real estate with intercrop of plantain. So before the oil palm matures, you are making money from the plantain. That's an amazing model. This is what smart investors are doing now. Agro real estate, oil palm agro real estate, the best alternative of land banking. So we all know that land banking is a good option to preserving your wealth instead of putting it in bank. But oil palm agro real estate is a better option to reserve, to create, to nurture, and to sustain your wealth, no matter the economic challenge. Because if you have a structured investment that is giving you consistent cash flow on a yearly basis, then you will feel relaxed. You cannot make proper financial arrangement. Okay, This December, I'm expecting like 6 million naira for my investment I'm expecting like 2 million. Just the way landlord behaves. A landlord want to make financial projection. He will like, oh, I have a rental value. My rent to this year, 2 flats, 500,000, give me 1 million naira. Okay, these expenses I want to run this year, let's take it to March because my tenant will pay me money in March. But you that has land banking, that bought land in one remote area or in one area that is still developing, you are waiting for that land to appreciate. That land is not giving you anything. You can sell it anytime if you are not financially capable. So oil palm agro real estate is a way of sustaining your wealth. It's an investment model that you can even pass to your generation. Thank you very much.